my... Okay, story time about how I got together with my EX boyfriend from 3rd grade. Okay, so when I was at 3rd grade, I had this little crush on this boy. We had crushes on each other. His name was, we're gonna just name him Chad. So me and Chad, we were like just friends and stuff, you know. And his other friend, we're gonna call him Christopher. So me and Chad and Christopher were friends, like I said. And we all used to hang out, like, you know, we were like, you know, like all flirting and stuff, like with each other. So fast forward, like 1 week after, we're like in groups because we were doing this work. And I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm asking him, like, who's your crush? And he's like, YOU. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then he's like, YOU. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And then he's like, you. I'm like, okay. So, and then fast forward, and then he's like, who's your... He's like, who's your crush? And I'm like, you. And then he's like, you know, we're like, you know, let's just start dating. And then we just started dating. And then we made it official. But like, and then like we broke up. Like sometimes for stupid reasons. He would break up with me for stupid reasons. Just 'cause I was talking to his friend. I forgot what I said. Jacob, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, but we were all friends, and then like we got back together. And one time I pranked him, and I broke up with him, but it was just a prank. It was a prank, and then we got back together, you know, just did some pranks and stuff. And like every day, I'm like, where's my hug? And it'll be like so weird how I'll be like, where's my hug? But sometimes he'll walk in and give me my hug. And so once I got his friend's number, everything went downhill because his friend said that I was sending him naked pictures of Cardi B, stuff like that.
Huh?
Even though I wasn't. And so,
you said that word.
So, and then fast forward, you know, we have to get separated. So I was really upset. But, you know, we have to go through the discipline. So I was like, okay. And then, but at lunch, we still got to sit next to each other, you know, stuff like that. So, fast forward 2 years ago, 2 years from now, fast forward. Now, here I am in 5th grade. That was in 3rd grade. And so, the first day of school was the 8th of August. So, you know, I'm just like chilling. I'm just chilling because we had lunch. And I'm thinking, like, is that him? You know, I'm like, nah. But I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, nah at the same time. So I seen him. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pay attention. And then here we're at break because our teachers let us have breaks. And I'm like, okay. Here, and then he like coming after me. He's like, oh, that's Skylar. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was trying to ignore him, this and that. And I get there. He is looking cute. But like I said, so and then like I'm just sitting there, and he's like, that's Skylar. Hey, yo, Skylar. I'm like over there. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, he asked me, do I want to get back together? I didn't say nothing. I was like, I don't know. And then his friend's like, oh, yeah, I have other things to do. He was like, oh, yeah, like being a mom. I'm like, no. Like, I have my own business, stuff like that. And then, like, the next day, he was, like, asking me, answer my question. So I said yes, and then there you go. That's the story of how I'm dating my 3rd grade ex-boyfriend.